When did you join the RDI program, and how long has it been since you're on the program?
Okay, so we joined the RDI program in March 2021. So we've been doing it for around 5 months now.
Okay. And then why did you decide to take up RDI? What were some of the challenges that you were facing that you thought RDI might be able to help with?
Okay, so I think the first thing is that we used to take our son for therapies. I can mention his name, yeah?
Yeah, up to you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to take him for therapies, and after the sessions, we don't know what to do with him because we don't know how to get communication cues from him. We don't know what he's able to understand, what he can't understand. So it was just after therapy, because initially we used to do 1 session per week. So we'd go to the OT once, then we come and wait until the next Saturday when we take him again. So at home, we were basically not really involved in any therapy activities or anything that could help him because we didn't know what we were supposed to do or how to handle him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what have you tried since, like before RDI so far? What are some of the therapies, methods, or interventions that you have explored?
So we've tried several things. I think the first thing we started with was we thought we'd install apps. So we had all these speech apps on phone that we used to give him. We had bought all these charts, like word charts. So some words he would catch on, then the apps were just becoming like play items for him. So he would just repeat what was on the app, but we didn't see any real progress. Then we consulted several schools and therapies. So we tried OT, we tried speech, we tried a combination of both. But I think for me, the most important thing was after he does the therapy, then what do I do at home? Because I don't know if therapies are sustainable for the long term. And I think even as a parent, knowing how to handle the child or what the child needs is actually more important because you're with them most of the time.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. So since you've joined the RDI program, what was it about the program that you thought would help you, or that you thought would answer the questions that you had or support you with the challenges that you were facing?
One, I think for us it was at least we'd get a personalized, okay, like an individual who knows Ethan and can be able to guide us even on the decisions that we make. Sometimes when you're trying to decide, do we take him to that school? Do we start certain therapies and all that? You have nowhere to bounce those ideas on because you're just maybe talking to other parents who are just confused as you are, moving from one therapist to the other. So I think that consistency of having someone to run ideas through and getting to understand some of the things that we can explore to make our conversations at home easier. I think that was what was important for us mostly.
So as a parent, what have been some of the goals or objectives that you have been working on?
So what we've been working on is, I think, better interaction with Ethan. So learning how to guide him into maybe how he can handle daily activities, learning how to communicate with him so that he doesn't feel like we are commanding him, and how to guide him into, how do I put it? How to guide him into knowing how to do certain things. Because I realized for him, for his other siblings, I can just tell them, you don't do it this way, you do it this way. But you can't tell when he's understanding what you're saying, when he's not. But at least with RDI, I can see sometimes when I can demonstrate something with him and he catches on very fast. So I think being taught how to communicate to someone who is nonverbal, that was definitely something important for us. Yeah. Because at least we're now able to, even in the settings where we find ourselves, maybe in church or when you're having family meetings, you're able to tell them that this is how he communicates. If you want him to do something, like when his grandma is around and she's always giving him instructions, I'm like, you don't give him instructions, you just have to find a way of expressing what you want done. Maybe show him what you want him to do, or use declarative terms to explain what you want done. Because
Right.
giving instructions will definitely not get you anywhere. So it's actually helping even us as the parents and the people around us, because even the nanny, we're able to sometimes tell her, this is how you handle the situation.
Right.
Instead of giving instructions and getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
just letting him do whatever he wants. Yeah,
Right.
so I think we're able to, but I think the thing that we've actually learned, or what he has gained a lot from this, is that we've been able to see his potential. So there are things we have never engaged him in, because you're thinking, how do I even communicate this?
Yes.
But I think from the first activities we were doing, I was really shocked that I can actually guide him to do something. And he actually does it. I'm like, wow. Even when my sister was around and she was doing the recording, she's like, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's
Because everyone
lovely.
has this perception that Ethan is kind of a difficult person to communicate to. So we just let him do what he wants to do, so that he
Yeah.
does not cause a lot of havoc in the house.
Right.
But it's been quite interesting, actually.
That's great. And recently,
Yeah.
his siblings have also been involved in the activities. How does that
Yeah,
feel, and what does that look like?
it's quite interesting, because like right now he's out there playing with his brother. He follows him everywhere nowadays. I don't
Oh,
understand why.
and that
Yeah,
wasn't the case before. Before they would be in different directions.
no, before we just used to keep him busy with a tablet, let him just do what Ethan does, because you take it away, he starts screaming,
Right.
and you don't know what else do we do. Do we play a game? How do I play a game with you? Yeah, I don't know which games you like. So I think we've really, as a family, we've learned a lot on how to handle him.
That's great. And I think something that's really really noteworthy that you have done is taken off all screen time, like from him being on screens almost the whole time that he was at home to now just having no screen time at all. Like that's a huge step. It's a big transition. And it's been going quite well. Like it's been a successful step.
Yeah, definitely, because his eye contact has totally improved. Everyone who meets him is like, oh, nowadays he looks at people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because even the school, they've started making comments that his hyperactivity has reduced. They keep asking, is just calm? What are you guys doing? I just told them we're just trying out a few things at home, trying to make him be part of what is happening. Because I think he used to be left out a lot. If people are playing a game, him is seated at a corner, maybe he just wants to sit and watch, or he's just busy on the phone or doing whatever it is he does. Then the others would just be busy doing their own things. But nowadays we've just learned how to accommodate him into what we are doing, so that he becomes part of the team. Yeah,
absolutely. And I think in that sense, Ethan has also gained a lot from you being able to understand him better, being able to include him on his end. Also, he's more approachable, and he feels like he's a part. He wants to communicate. He wants to participate. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
excellent.
Because currently, right now, he actually initiates that. I don't know what to call it. I don't know whether it's communication or no. Previously, you'd always be the one trying to purge him to do something. So, but nowadays you just come and he wants to take you and go somewhere, or he wants to take you to pick a ball or to pick a book and read. So he's started initiating that communication.
Yeah, and now it's not just with objects that he likes. Like we know with the toys or with the tablet, he used to spend a lot of time with them, play by himself, but now he's looking for someone to be a part of that activity with him.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's amazing. What would be a recommendation you would give to all the parents who are out there who have a child with a disability? What would be your one suggestion or recommendation to them?
I think the first thing you taught us, when you're in that state of confusion, I think going through RDI has really taken us from that part of we are confused, we are shocked, this is happening. What do we do? We're just running around everywhere looking for. This one tells you, oh, they're stem cells. You're like, stem cells. What are those?
Yeah.
You just want to, you're acting like you're in an emergency situation where you need a solution. You don't know what solution that is.
Right.
And I think it's important for you to get to understand the child, get to know that the child is capable of doing certain things when they are guided in the right way.
True.
So that at least then you can pause and see what is now necessary for him. That confusion and the shock that a parent gets when they're told there's something wrong with your child, and you're like, now you're trying to find all the solutions. There's a lot of material online. There's just a lot of information everywhere, and you don't know which one to actually pursue. So I think first getting that, let's just tone down. Let's see, what is he capable of doing? What does he need to develop?
Right.
But now at least you're able to make a decision that will help the child.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember Baba Ethan was also on the program for like he's been not actively participating with us, but how do you think the program and the change in your interaction now impacts his understanding of Ethan and his interaction with him?
I think I've seen actually they actually have some bonding time. So initially, I think people were scared of Ethan. Like no one wants to disturb him, lest he starts screaming and you don't know how to handle it. So nowadays I see them bonding, like he'll come to his dad to be carried, or when his dad is sleeping, he'll want to climb on the bed, they sleep together. So I think the bonding is there. It's and I think also for Ethan, maybe we didn't notice it, but I think he also maybe used to feel left out because we don't know how to relate to him. But nowadays I see him actually trying to, what I said before, trying to initiate some form of relationship. When you're seated, he'll come over.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing this. I hope this will be helpful to all the other parents out there.
I really hope so. I really hope so.